Alright, good morning. Well, sort of morning. Anyway, today's Wednesday, March 5th. We're in the lesson study, God's Love and Justice. Today's is called The Temporary Ruler of This World. We have seen in previous lessons that within the cosmic conflict, Satan and his cohorts are temporarily granted significant jurisdiction in this world, limited according to some kind of rules of engagement. These rules of engagement limit not only the actions of the enemy, the devil and his cohorts, but they also limit God's action to eliminate or mitigate that evil that temporarily falls within the jurisdiction of the enemy, because the Lord will never break his promises to the extent that he has agreed to the rules of engagement, thus affording some limited and temporary rulership to the devil. God has morally limited his future course of action without lessening his raw power. Read John 12:31. Now is the judgment of this world. Now the ruler of this world will be cast out. And then John 14:30. I will no longer talk much with you, for the ruler of this world is coming, and he has nothing in me. And then John 16:11. Of judgment, because the ruler of this world is judged. And then 2 Corinthians 4:4. Whose minds the God of this age has blinded, who do not believe, lest the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine on them. And then the last one is Luke 4:6. And the devil said to him, all this authority I will give to you, and their glory, for this has been delivered to me, and I give it to whomever I wish. What do these texts teach about the rulership of the enemy in this world? Well, that he's in charge of it, which is what we're talking about right now. The New Testament sets forth a clash of kingdoms, the kingdoms of light and darkness, with the darkness coming from Satan and his rebellion. Part of Christ's mission was to defeat the kingdom of Satan. For this purpose, the Son of God was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Nevertheless, there are rules that limit what God can do while remaining true to the principles behind his government. These limits include, at least, 1, the granting of free will to creatures, and 2, the covenantal rules of engagement, which we are not privy to, at least now. Such impediments and limitations on divine actions have significant implications for God's moral ability to reduce and or immediately eliminate evil in this world. Thus, we see continued evil and suffering, which can indeed cause many people to question either God's existence or his goodness. However, once the background of the great controversy is understood and the limits God has placed on how he will deal with evil, we can, to some degree, better understand why things are the way they are, at least until the final triumph of God over evil. Discussion question. How does the fact that Jesus calls Satan the ruler of this world help, at least somewhat, our understanding of the evil that exists in the world now? Well, a lot of people say that because God is all-powerful, he should be able to stop evil from happening. But just because God is all-powerful does not mean that he will interfere where he's not wanted. How comforting is it to know that it is only a temporal rule? Well, it's very comforting to know that there'll be an end to evil. I know I've experienced evil, and I'm quite certain that I'm not unique in that. You know, I mean, people experience evil all the time. And a lot of times I think to myself, you know, how much longer is this evil going to continue? You know, when is God coming back? Well, you just got to be ready for God to come back. When He does, it's going to be wonderful. Glorious. We're all going to be in heaven having a party. All right, well, thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.